Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the higher education system and in this we are going to discuss the subtopic called institutions of higher learning and education in ancient India. We have already discussed two topics in the previous class. Okay, today we are going to discuss about the era of sutras and epics and Buddhist era. These are the two subtopics today we are going to discuss. And without wasting time, I think we can discuss about these two topics in our class. Let us listen to the class, okay? Institution of higher learning and education in ancient India. So, first we have studied about Vedas, okay, Vedic age and later Vedic age. Next, we are going to discuss about the era of sutras and epics, okay. This is the next stage of education system in ancient India. And what is meant by sutras? Do you heard about the word sutras? The sutras means principles, okay. The principles, the laws, okay. The Dharma Sutra. What is meant by Dharma Sutra? It is about the social conduct for teacher as the students. How the teacher has to conduct in a behave in a society, and how the student has to behave in a society, and their behavior nature. That is what is teaching in the Dharma Sutra. Okay. Around 600 to 200 BC, this era of sutras existed. Okay, the era of sutras existed between the 600 to 200 BC, and the study center is known as is in the forest area. That is Naimisha. It is Naimisha means forest. Okay, it's the area where usually the students and the teachers they have their teaching place. Is it in the forest area? Okay, that is known as Naimisha. Then presiding person of Naimisha is known as Saunaka or Kulapati. Kulapati or Saunaka is a person who look after this area where the students are teaching. Okay. And the main universities during this area, this era, okay, not area, era are the Takshila and Ujjain. Okay, these are the main two universities during that age. So I think you get an idea about the era of Sutra. Is studying about the different principles. That is what is happening in the eras of Sutra. Then it is centered on the forest area, okay, and the person who look after all this is known as Kulapati or Saunaka. Next, there are six divisions of Indian philosophy we can see during this age. Okay, now what are the six divisions of Indian philosophy? That is Sankhya. First one is Sankhya. It is taught by Kapila. You might have heard about the person Kapila. And next is Yoga. It is taught by Patanjali, the great person. And next is Nyaya. It is taught by Gautama. And Vaisheshika. It is taught by Kanada. And Karma or Purva Mimamsa. It is taught by Jaimini, and Vedanta, Rutra, Mimamsa is taught by Badrayana. These are the six divisions of Indian philosophy taught during the Sutra age. And what are the characteristics of this age? We have to see some kind of differences from the Vedic age. What are the differences we can see? They start with the Upakarana Mana. Okay, what is the first ceremony for them? That is Upakarana Mana. Upakarana Mana is the ceremony, that is starting ceremony, and it ends with Utsarga. It ends with Utsarga. Okay, that is the difference between the Veda age and that of the Sutra age. And there are different holidays is there during the Sutra age, and each holidays have different names related to it. Okay, so we can see that first one is Anandyasa. Okay, Ashtami. Related to Ashtami, there are 8 holidays is there. It is known as Anandyasas. And next is Chadurdasi. Chadurdasi is 14 days. Okay, 14 days they are getting. It is known as Chadurdasi. After 14 days, they are getting the holiday. Next is Amavasya. During the Amavasya and Purnima, they are getting the holidays. Next is Chadurmasi. Chadurdasi is 14 days. Chadurmasi means it is season. Okay, the month. Last day of a season. Last day of a season, they will get a holiday. Next is Nitya. Nitya means regular. If they are taking some leave or something, holidays are they getting regularly, that is known as Nitya. And Naimichika, that is occasional. Occasionally they are getting some kind of holidays, that is Naimichika. Okay, that these are some names connected with the holidays they are getting during the Sutra age. Okay. Next we can see the subject classification in the ashrama, that is Agnisthana. Okay, Agnisthana, they are teaching about the worships, different kinds of prayers and all these things are teaching in the Agnisthana. And Brahmasthana is related to Vedas. Different Vedas are there that we have to study in the Brahmasthana. Next is Vishnusthana. It is teaching about the Rajanidhi, Arthanidhi, teaching and all these are related to the Vishnusthana. Mahadevasthana is related to military. And Vivasthana, it is related to astronomy. And Somasthana, it is related to botany. And Garudasthana, it is related to transportation. Okay. Next is Kartikeya Sthana. It is related to military organization. So, as a king or a person who is living in a country where the king is ruling, they must know different kinds of things related to the country. So, a king or other person, they are studying all these things. That is the worships, the Vedas, the teachings of Rajaniti, military, their rules and astronomical rules, all this botany. They are studying all these things. Okay, transportation facility and the rules behind it in different countries is different. So, and military organizations, all these rules are studying in the ashrama. It is so the classification can be seen differently in the Sutra age. Okay. Next, we are going to deal with another era that is Buddhist era. Okay, so we have seen the Veda age, later Veda age, Sutra age. Now we are going to deal with the Buddhist era. Okay. Buddhist, is the age where the Buddha lived. Okay, Buddhist age, and it is related to the what we study about the Buddhist era. Pabja. You must know that this is asked in the UGC NET exam. Pabja is the first ordination ceremony for a student who entered to the education system. That is Pabja. The first ordination ceremony. It is 8 years is there for the person who taught. Okay, the rules and regulations and all these things in the Buddhist education, 8 years is there and the first ordination is known as Pabja. Next is Sangha. It is 12 years. Sangha, it is 12 years. And Upasampada, it's a final ordination. It is after 20 years. When the student is admitted there and he has finished the 20 years, then there is Upasampada. Okay. Then monasteries is the teaching center of education. For in the Buddhist age, everything there, it's not in the forest or ashrama, or it has all changed. And the monasteries is their center of education. And bhikshus who receive education and alms. That is, bhikshus are the students who receive the education and they go out to collect the alms and all. That is the method in the Buddhist education centers. And Shraman is the student. The name of the student is known as not student or like that is known as Shraman. Okay, Bodhi Sadhu is a who give personal oral teaching. Oral teaching is given by a person. That is, teacher is known as Bodhi Sadhu. Okay, Bodhi Sadhu is a person who give the teaching to the students. So I think you get an idea. The words you must know. Pabja is the first ordination. Then Sangha, it is our 12 years. And Upasampada, 20 years. Okay, monastery is the center. And Bhikshu was a person who receive education and alms. Then Shraman is the student. And Bodhisattva is the person who gave education to the students. And what is the curriculum system for them? Spiritual in nature, salvation. They know that after the death, the soul to get the salvation. So spiritual nature is there in the Buddhist education. Then subject is Sudanta, Vinaya, and Dhamma. These are the main subject taught in the Buddhist era. And the main university we can hear that time is the Takshila. It is known as the spiritual capital during the Buddhist era. Okay, these are the things you must know about the Buddhist era. So I have given the main points. Okay, these are the points usually they will ask in the UGC NET exams. So I have given the sharp points for your exams. You must study them. Okay, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Then only you will get my uploading videos. Okay, I will go on with my subject and keep on with the classes and study well for the exams and have a good day for all of you. Thank you.